Hey everyone, welcome back to Medical Careers You Didn't Know About. I'm Infinite, and today's career spotlight is one of the highest paying, high impact, and rarely talked about outside of the revenue cycle world. We're talking about the Revenue Integrity Analyst, a healthcare role that blends billing, coding, compliance, and strategy all in one. If you're analytical, love solving problems, and want a behind the scenes job that directly affects how hospitals get paid, this role is for you. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down what a revenue integrity analyst actually does, the skills you'll need to succeed, where you can work and how much you can earn, tools and systems you'll use, and a clear step by step path for breaking into the field, even if you're brand new to healthcare. Make sure that you click the link in the description below to get a very detailed and extensive career roadmap PDF for a revenue integrity analyst. And I'm also giving away a free medical terminology PDF to help you build your healthcare vocabulary in this field. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on so you'll never miss another career that could change your life. Now let's get into it.
Step into the world of infinite intelligence, where knowledge meets entertainment and brilliance. You'll find the answers to life's greatest questions. With every video, we spark new obsessions. Infinite intelligence, we're here to elevate. Unlock your mind and let the wisdom resonate. We dive into the depths of the universe unknown. Infinite intelligence and knowledge is our own.
All right, this is your comprehensive guide for transitioning into one of healthcare's most rewarding and in demand analytical roles. Whether you're new to healthcare or coming from a customer service, billing, coding, or administration, this roadmap will guide you step by step towards a successful career as a revenue integrity analyst. Now, what is a revenue integrity analyst? A revenue integrity analyst serves as the guardian of healthcare financial accuracy, ensuring that every service provided is properly captured, coded, and billed. They work at the intersection of clinical care and financial operations, protecting healthcare organizations from revenue leakage while maintaining compliance with complex regulations. Now, here is a key distinction. Unlike medical billers who process claims or coders who assign diagnosis codes, revenue integrity analysts focus on preventing errors before they happen and optimizing the entire revenue captured process. Okay, so a revenue integrity analyst is more of a proactive position than a retroactive position. All right, so I have down here the clear distinctions. Like I said, with the medical biller, they process and submit claims after services are rendered. A medical coder assigns specific diagnosis codes for diagnosis and uh, specific codes for diagnosis and procedures, and revenue integrity proactively ensures accurate charges are captured and prevent revenue losses. All right. So, what is your daily impact as a revenue integrity analyst? All right. So, you will be looking at charge reconciliation. You will be reviewing daily charges against clinical documentations to identify discrepancies and ensuring all billed services are captured accurately. All right. Um, Secondly, you'll be looking at charge capture reviews. Analyze missing charges, duplicate entries, and billing errors while working with clinical teams to improve documentation practices. All right. Thirdly, claim edit analysis. You'll be investigating claim denials and edits, identifying root causes, and implementing systematic solutions to prevent future issues. All right. And lastly, cross departmental collaborations, more like a liaison. You'll partner with HIM, clinical teams, and compliance to resolve complex billing scenarios and optimizing revenue processes. So in that case, you'll probably be, educating other people in different departments on, different scenarios on how you can optimize processes. All right. So, what are the essential skills for success in this field? You will need to have technical knowledge, which include CPT and uh, HCPCS codes, understanding of current procedure codes, and healthcare common procedure code systems for accurate service identification. All right. Next, you have charge description master, expertise in maintaining and optimizing the hospital's price structure and charge capture systems. Now, that doesn't. Now there is another position called charge master, which the charge master is responsible for those charges, but you'll just be making sure that those charges are accurate. More for example, there might be certain codes. Let's say certain codes have expired and they have certain charges next to them. You'll be if the charge master hadn't updated that, you'd probably be responsible for identifying those and go ahead and getting that information updated if that is an issue that you're continuously bouncing into. Okay. All right. NCCI edits and payer policies. Knowledge of national correct coding and initiative edits and various insurance payer requirements and billing rules. All right. So, some of the skills that we are speaking about, the professional skills that we are speaking about, is analytical thinking, the ability to identify patterns and root causes in complex data, which was what I was just speaking about, the example that I just previously gave. Attention to detail, precision, and reviewing charges and documentation. Communicating communication with clear explanations of findings and diverse stakeholders, and problem solving, creative solutions for revenue optimization challenges. Okay, so you would definitely be the backbone of the department. All right. So, what are some of the technologies and software mastery that you will be encountering and systems that you'll be working with? And this is, like I said, this is not definite, but this is just an example of some of the systems that you will probably be coming across. All right. So we have Epic and Cerner, which are popular systems, which are electronic health record systems that house patients' data, charges, and billing information. These platforms are the foundation of most revenue integrity work. Now, like I said, that is not definite. Not every hospital is working with Epic or Cerner. No, in my hospital that I work at, we work with Sorian Financials. So it looks different all across the board. All right. And it also looks different if you're working, once again, in a hospital or a small practice. All right. We also have 3M and Craneware. I'm definitely familiar with Craneware. It is a very, very useful tool, which is specialized revenue integrity software for charge capture analysts. clinical documentation improvement and compliance monitoring. All right. Next, we have advanced Excel and SQL data analysis tools for creating reports, identifying trends, and performing complex charge reconciliation across multiple data sources. All right. So here's a tip that I've added in here. Many employers provide on the job training for specialized software. Focus on building strong analytical skills and Excel proficiency first, then learn specific platforms as opportunity arises. And I use Excel every single day. Now, am I using Excel every single day to the highest level of mastery with different formulas and et cetera, et cetera? No. But I definitely use Excel every single day with different uh, things of data, whether I'm looking at, who's credentialed, who isn't credentialed, keeping up with certain patterns that are that I'm identifying in these systems if something does arise, all different types of stuff. So you definitely will want to familiarize yourself with Excel. All right. So, multiple pathways to your goal. Now, customer service background, your communication skills and problem solving experience translate directly to resolving billing inquiries and working with clinical teams to improve documentation. All right. If you have a billing and administration background, knowledge of billing processes and attention to detail provide an excellent foundation for understanding charges captured and revenue cycle workflows. And lastly, if you have a medical coding experience, coding background offers a deeper understanding to CPT and ICD systems, making the transition to revenue integrity analyst more straightforward. So, like I said, whether you're, working with customers, your communication skills will translate, very well with the communication that you'll be doing on a daily basis, the billing and administration, paying attention to the detail that you already pay attention to will help you in this role. And definitely medical coding will give you a more in-depth understanding. All right. So common stepping stones roles include charge entry specialists that range from 35 to 42,000, billing specialists that range between a 38 to 48,000, and a coding assistant which also ranges in between 32 and 45,000. These positions provide valuable exposure to revenue cycle processes while building relevant experiences. So there is definitely more than one way to get to this goal of becoming a revenue integrity analyst. And this might be some other positions that you will be interested in before crossing the finish line to where you're trying to get to. Okay? So, while we're looking at the next thing, the education and certification strategy. Now, your educational foundation. While a specific degree isn't always required, associate's degree in healthcare information management, business administration, or healthcare administration provide valuable context. Many successful analysts also come from backgrounds in accounting, finance, and data analysis. All right. So, high impact certifications that will probably assist you in this field are the CPC, which is a certified professional coder. You can look at the AAPC certification, demonstrates coding expertise. The CCA, a certified coding assistant, associate. Well, you can get that through the AHIMA, entry level coding credentials, and the CRCR, which is a certified revenue cycle representative, which you can look at the AAPC revenue cycle specialization. All right. Ooh. So here's an investment tip. Certifications typically cost anywhere between 300 to 500, but many employees offer tuition reimbursement or will sponsor certification pursuits for current employees. Now, I recently, if you watched my last video about me getting a specific coding certification, I think I spent like 1,500 on that class. And if I would like, I can go to my employee once I get certified and say, hey, I got this certificate in uh, coding, etc., etc. You know, fill out some documentation. Now, there might be stipulations with your employer paying back that reimbursement. You might have to, work there for like, a year or two, or, there might be some kind of criteria, but there definitely is a way for you to get your money back on your investment. All right. So, as we go deeper into this field, you're probably wondering how much will you get paid? What is your salary going to look like? All right. So, in regards to compensation and career outlook, entry level, we are starting out, and it's actually gone up because I know a couple of years ago it started at 50,000 at my job. So, like I said, it is subject to change, but the average is 52K. But the starting range that we have on here is anywhere between 45 to 58 annually. All right, which is really good entry level salary. Mid salary, we're looking at the average of 68K. With 3 to 5 years experience, we're looking at anywhere between 60 and 75,000. All right, and for the average, we're looking at 85K. Senior level salary in leadership roles, we're looking at anywhere between 78,000 and 95K. All right. Salaries vary significantly by region, with major uh, metropolitan areas. I just had a brain fart. Typically offering 15 to 20% higher compensation. Certified professionals earn an average of 8,000 or 12,000 more annually than non-certified counterparts. So, like I just went over those certifications. So you can always. It's so easy to get. Well, I'm not gonna say it's so easy, but yeah, there's definitely possibilities of falling into a position and not having a certification. But we're looking at anywhere between an $8,000 to $12,000 difference just from you having your certification. So, though that's really important to know. All right, the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects the 8 and 10% growth in healthcare administration roles through 2032, driven by an aging population and increased regulatory complexities. Okay, there are advancement opportunities. Revenue Integrity Analysts often progressed to Revenue Cycle Manager, Compliance Analyst, or Revenue Cycle Director roles, with senior positions reaching up to $100,000 plus annually. All right. So, phase one into this field. So, healthcare fundamentals. Now, like I said, if you click the link in the description, one of the links in the description below, I have given you a terminology guide that is specifically geared toward revenue integrity analysts. So that can be kind of like a little jump start into that direction. You're going to be learning basic medical terminology, healthcare delivery systems, and understanding how hospitals generate revenue through patient care services. All right, so you want to get your healthcare fundamentals if you're starting from scratch. All right, next we have revenue cycle basics. Study the patient financial journey from registration through final payment, and focusing on charge capture, billing, and collection processes. And I do have videos of their processes. I've done videos on medical billing, medical collecting, medical validation. And sometimes all those roles are in one whole position. So it all depends on if you're working at a hospital or if you're working in a small business practice, okay? But you definitely want to familiarize yourself with each role that you're playing in the claims process, okay? And as well as denials, et cetera, which is a whole nother rabbit hole journey that you'll be going through, okay? And regulatory landscape, familiarizing yourself with Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial payer requirements that drive revenue integrity compliance efforts. Now, I will say this, if you're dealing each one of these, Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial payers are all different. A lot of them are billed differently. A lot of them the denials are still the same, but they're handled differently. So you might, it once again, it depends on where you're working at. Because in a hospital setting, you might have different teams. Like I'm on a Medicaid team, so I'm specialized in acknowledgement of Medicaid. And when anytime you're dealing with Medicaid is a payer of last resort. So it's either going to Medicare first or it's a commercial payer first. So you have to familiarize yourself with some of those processes, and it is a lot. It can get overwhelming, but it is doable. Okay. So, what is the timeline that we're looking at? We're looking at anywhere between 3 to 6 months of self study while maintaining current employment. Use free online resources like the description and the link below, and use webinars and HFMA material to build foundational knowledge. And like I said, the other description link in the description below is a career roadmap PDF. It is affordable. That'll give you a more in-depth feel of this field. Okay. Second phase, training and entry level experience. Gain hands on experience. Secure entry level position in healthcare billing, coding, or administration. These roles provide essential exposure to revenue cycle processes, payer relationships, and healthcare operations. Focus on understanding denial patterns, charge entry procedures, and compliance requirements. And like I just said, definitely denial patterns. That'll be one of the biggest things, benefits of all this. Because if you can understand and know, why a claim denied, you'll be golden. I can look at a claim and kind of, I'm not going to say instantaneously, but it's kind of like an instantaneous thing. I can figure out, okay, why did this claim deny? Or why did it underpay? Or did it pay correctly? So it takes a while to get to that point, but you'll get there. I promise you. All right. In my background, before I got into my medical career, is I was dealing with finance and collections. So that part of me has always been a thing of like investigating and getting the money, and even though I'm not speaking with people or businesses directly about, collecting money, anytime you're dealing with denials, the question that you're asking is, why did this deny and how can we get it paid? And so you're going to go about the proper processes and procedures to investigate on what needs to happen. Does it need to go to HIM for coding and modifier or diagnosis code? Was there a DRG downgrade that happened? Et cetera, et cetera. All right. So target positions: patient account representatives, billing specialists, coding assistants, or charge entry clerks. Even part time or temporary positions offer valuable industry exposure. Okay? So, I have here 1 to 6 months. We're looking at master basic billing processes and building relationships with revenue cycle team members. Uh, the second one I have between 7 to 12 months, begin certification studies while gaining deeper understanding of denial and compliance. And 13 to 18 months, we have complete certifications and start applying for revenue integrity analyst positions. Okay, and it might not have it, and like I said, this is just a rough draft on timelines and time frames, but it might not even be this fast. I know with my position in particular that I hold right now, it took because it was such a learning curve, because there's so many different scenarios in revenue cycle, and you're maybe the first month or 2 or 3 that you're there, you're not gonna always see everything, so every claim has a different story to tell of why it denied. And sometimes, some things are a little bit more complex than others. So you might have to be there for a year or two to get it. But if you it just depends on the level of how you want to be. I know for a fact that I could look at something and tell like this what we got to do, what's the next thing to do, that type of thing. And if you're just trying to get it, skate through it, and go to the next thing, you might not be on that level of trying to master it all. I'll say it like that. But the time that you take to hone in on the skill, obviously the better, or master it, obviously the better you'll be at being a revenue integrity analyst, right? So it's not about what do they say? It's not about winning the race. It's about the process that you take in the race. Okay. All right, phase 3, and I hope I'm not rambling too much in between this. Phase 3, transition to revenue integrity analyst. With foundational experience and certification in hand, you're ready to transition into a specialized revenue integrity analyst role. This phase on developing advanced analytical skills, building building expertise in specific software platforms, and demonstrating your ability to identify and resolve complex revenue cycle issues, right? So, skill specialization. Develop expertise in charge capture analysis, clinical documentation improvement, and compliance auditing. Focus on learning advanced Excel functions and SQL for data analysis, right? Software proficiency. Gain hands-on experience with revenue integrity platforms like 3M, Craneware, or proprietary hospital systems, mastering reporting tools, and auditing functionalities, right? So, and anytime you're dealing with claims, you will definitely be auditing accounts. So, you want to definitely familiarize yourself with that. Professional networks. There are professional networks. You can join the NAHRI, attend revenue cycle conferences, and connect with other analysts to stay current on industry trends and job opportunities. Okay? Essential resources for continuous learning. Now, there are professional organizations such as the National Association of Healthcare Revenue Integrity offers specialized trainings, webinars, and networking opportunities. The Healthcare Financial Management Association provides broader revenue cycle education and industry insight. All right. Next, we have industry podcasts and webinars. The HFMA Voices in Healthcare Finance and Revenue Cycle Solution podcasts deliver current trends and expert insights. Free webinars from the AAPC and AHIMA cover coding updates and compliance changes. Now, and when you're listening to the stuff, some of it might sound like it's Chinese or Japanese, but as you're learning, from step one and, working on the job, step two, as you're listening to it, you start to familiarize yourself with what they're saying, right? So that's a good way to go ahead and get started in those free resources to help you out. Now, with the continued education, the AAPC and AHEMA offer online courses, certifications, main, maintenance, brain fart, and specialty training programs. Many are available for continuing education, units required for certification maintenance. All right. And online communities. There are LinkedIn groups for revenue cycle professionals, and Facebook coding and billing communities provide peer support, job postings, and real world job solving discussions. I know with me in this medical coding, I'm in several medical coding groups, where you can ask questions or they give you additional resources when it comes to finding a job, when it comes to passing exams. I know for credentialing specialists, I am a certified credential specialist. Uh, they help you through any issues that you may have. So definitely, you know, Facebook groups are a good way to network and connect with others in regards to this field. Okay. All right, and lastly, your success timeline and milestone. Track your progress with these practical checklists designed to help keep you motivated and on track towards your revenue integrity analyst career goal. So we have foundation complete, where we're speaking about the healthcare terminology being mastered, the revenue cycle basics understanding, and the entry level healthcare role security. Next, we have the experience building. We're looking at 12 months plus healthcare experience. Billing and coding processes are being learned, and professional certifications are being earned, right? Next, we have being analyst ready, which we're speaking about advanced analytical skills being developed, software proficiency demonstrations, and revenue integrity role being secured. Lastly, for career growth, we're looking at specialized expertise being established, leadership opportunities being pursued, and senior analyst or management roles are being achieved. All right. So, your journey to becoming a revenue integrity specialist is not just about changing careers, it's about joining a profession that directly impacts healthcare quality and organizational sustainability. Every step you take brings you closer to a rewarding career that combines analytical challenges with meaningful healthcare impacts. All right. All right, let's go over what we learned in this video. We learned what the Revenue Integrity Analyst role is and why it's so important in healthcare revenue cycle. We went over the daily tasks, tools, and systems you'll work with, the skills you need to stand out and that are both technical and soft skills, career growth opportunities such as along with salary expectations and where to find these jobs. Lastly, a full step-by-step breakdown on how you can get into this field even with no prior experience. If this video gave you any value, go ahead, please like, subscribe, and comment below on what career you would like for me to cover next. In the link in the description below, there is a full integrity analyst career roadmap, which is what you have in front of you that I'm scrolling down now. It's a more in-depth explanation on what we just covered. It'll also give you additional information on what you'll need for this career field. Next, we have in the link in the description below, we have a free medical terminology PDF to help you speak the language of healthcare in this role. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can check out my products that I do sell on eBay and Mercari. You'll find career tools, motivational merch, and other resources curated by me. I also sell Kate Spade, Bessie Johnson, and Bessie Johnson jewelry, and handmade pins created with my hands. All right. I'm Infinite, and this is Medical Careers You Didn't Know About. Stay curious, stay committed, and keep growing. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.